If you're looking for a change of scenery and considering a move to sunny Florida, then look no further because today I'm hooking you up with the ultimate map tour to Tampa's best neighborhoods and suburbs to live in. But we have to crawl before we walk, so I plan to show you the different areas, how to get around, and the proximity to different major landmarks. Then we'll take you through the most desirable areas of Tampa, from the beachside paradise of St. Pete to the hip and trendy downtown Tampa Channelside district. My goal is to help you find your perfect match. Whether you're looking for a bustling city atmosphere or a laid-back suburb vibe, we've got you covered. So get ready to fall in love with the Tampa, Florida area and all it has to offer. And who knows, you might just find your new forever home. A little intro for those of you that don't know me yet. I'm Morejon and welcome to my channel. We cover everything there is to know about the Tampa Bay area, including the best neighborhoods and things to do, so you can get a real good feel for what it's like living here. In today's video, I'm taking you on a map tour of Tampa, explaining what you can expect in each area, and I'll share some of my local insider tips along the way. If at the end of this video, you leave wanting more information, including helping narrowing down which areas best fit your family, questions about available homes, or maybe you're just like, hey, I need this Adam guy to be my Tampa realtor. Well, that's my bread and butter, and I am licensed realtor, so see that number on the screen, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and my team and I would be happy to help you and your family find your next home. There's nothing more that I like than showing you around and giving you detailed tours of the newest and hottest communities, like I've done from time and time again, like in these videos. But today, it's gonna be a little different. While I think showing you the different communities and the different home options and what your money can get you is important, I equally think it's important to know your way around the area, because you don't wanna move to the wrong place. Trust me, I've done it. The quick version, I moved from the city and bought my dream home in Cheval. It was a gorgeous, gated community in the suburb of Lutz, and the home was amazing and I gutted it. And I made it exactly what I wanted, and we had the best schools, and the community couldn't be safer as it was 24-hour guard gated, and there's deers and bunnies. They'd visit us daily from the nearby woods. And I mean, what could be so bad? Well, it didn't fit my family's lifestyle. After 2 long years, we sold it, moved back to the city. Now, I'm not saying don't move to Cheval or to the suburbs. I'm saying there's a lid for every pot. So it's important to figure out what is best for you and your family and your preferred lifestyle. And part of figuring that out is understanding the different areas, what they offer and what's nearby. There's no better way for me to show you this than the good old map tour. And while I plan to make this informative for you, I also know this stuff can be a little dry. So I'll try to make it easy to follow. So here we go. So what exactly is Tampa Bay? It's a body of water. But it's also a metro area made up of 3 major cities, Tampa, St. Pete, and Clearwater. And for this video's purpose, we will focus on the 3 major counties of Pasco, Pinellas, and Hillsborough County. In Pinellas, you have all of our famous beautiful beaches like St. Pete Beach and Clearwater Beach, which are consistently ranked in the top ranked beaches in the country. And you'll find plus or minus another 10 beaches in between. And FYI, our beaches are not like spring break in Miami. They're family friendly, and there's nothing better than relaxing in the warm, calm waters of the bay with a nice cold one. On the bay side, you have downtown St. Pete and a ton of boating communities, and looking across the pond, you have the city of Tampa. In majority of Pinellas County, from St. Pete to Clearwater, you'll find a mix of historic districts and mid-century neighborhoods, as the area was built out decades ago, and being surrounded by water, there's no room to expand for new development unless you're in downtown, where you'll find new high-rise condos, which are pretty sweet. As you move west into Tampa, you'll find pretty much the same within the city limits, as the city started as a tight nucleus and expanded outwards as the population grew. You'll find the historic districts of South Tampa, Ybor City, and the Heights dating back to the late 1800s and early 1900s. Then as you expand outwards to areas like Carrollwood and Temple Terrace, you have homes in the 60s and 70s, and West Chase, Cheval, and New Tampa, you'll start to see homes being built in the 90s and on and on. Now, if new construction homes are your thing, all is not lost. We have tons of it. You just have to look to our suburbs, starting around 30 minutes out of the city. The hot spots for new homes in those pretty master plan communities with all those bells and whistles can be found in the suburbs to the north of Tampa in Pasco County, and to the southeast of Tampa, and will continue to expand outwards as there's a ton of rural, undeveloped land. Now, while searching for the best map I could share with you, I came across this gem that is called the Judgmental Map of Tampa Bay, and no lie, I was dying laughing, and there's a lot on there that is true. So you can pause this for some funny insight, but take it with a grain of salt. Okay, let's do a quick recap so far before I show you the roadways so you know how to get around. Then we'll jump into the different neighborhoods so you know where to live. The city of Tampa is here, surrounded by Tampa Bay, not the beach. It's great for boating and the Riverwalk, but there's no sand. That's over here. And here and everywhere in between. Everything between here and here are older communities, but there's a lot of charm. If you want a new home, search up here and down over here. Okay, now getting around is important. Understanding the roadways is a big deal because traffic in Tampa, it's real. It's not LA or New York traffic, but everyone drives to get around, so there's things to know. Tampa's roadways are a crucial part of the city's infrastructure, connecting residents and visitors to all the city has to offer. Some of the major highways in the area include I-275, which runs north and south through the city, connecting the northern suburbs to downtown. It then turns west, passes the airport, and connects to St. Petersburg and Clearwater by way of the bridges. Then there's I-4, which runs east and west and connects Tampa to Orlando. And FYI, there is nothing good to say about I-4. Now, other important roads to include is the Selman Expressway, which provides a direct route from downtown Tampa to the Port of Tampa, and multiple South Tampa exits, and the Veterans Expressway, which connects Tampa to the northern suburbs. My most traveled road would be Dale Mabry Highway, which runs directly through the heart of the city, north and south, and it truly serves Tampa's residents with everything from Target to Starbucks to restaurants and Home Depot. You name it, and it's most likely on Dale Mabry at some point. Now, last thing I'll say about the traffic in Tampa is that you should learn the roadways and the timing of when to drive on which routes. Everywhere is residential, so there's homes everywhere. And in the morning, everyone is gonna go to school and to work, and the same happens in the evening. Outside of those times, you should be pretty good to go, but always plan accordingly. Also, study the map and match it to where you believe you will live versus where you'll work, etc. If you travel often and visit the airport often, you may want to reconsider living in Wesley Chapel as it's on the opposite ends of the city. With this example, you could search anywhere in the city or north along the Veterans Expressway and can easily get to the airport, at least much easier than living in Wesley Chapel. Okay, so we made it. If you have stuck with me until now, I appreciate you, and it's time to jump into the good stuff. Let's talk all about the communities and where everything is, and let's not waste any more time. Let's kick things off with the city of Tampa. South Tampa is the heart of the city, located between the two business districts of West Shore and downtown. It arguably has the highest concentration of boutique restaurants, shopping, and entertainment. Areas like Beach Park and Ballast Point, they have some great waterfront living, and Bayshore Beautiful and Hyde Park give you easy access to Bayshore Boulevard, where you can sneak in a waterfront sunset or just go for a nice jog or walk. Hyde Park is a popular historic district and has great walkability, with the Hyde Park Village being a nice amenity with trendy boutique shops, restaurants, and entertainment. Now, cross this little bridge and Davis Island is the place to be. The exclusive island community offers stunning waterfront homes, a private yacht club, an airport, and a picturesque marina. It's like the perfect place to just escape from the hustle and bustle of the city and enjoy a quiet, relaxing lifestyle. Now, South Tampa has a nice variety of neighborhoods to choose from, but be ready to break out your wallet because it has some of the most expensive real estate in all of Tampa. Growing up in Tampa, downtown was only a place to work, but now it's a hot spot for young professionals and really anyone that wants to live in the action and have some walkability. The neighborhoods of downtown and the Channelside district are newly developed with luxury high-rise apartments and condos, upscale dining, and stunning waterfront views. This area right now is booming, and there's always something going on, from a Tampa Bay Lightning game to an outdoor concert on the Riverwalk or at Curtis Hickson Park. Now, let's say you want more of a hip and happening neighborhood. Look no further than the Heights. It's come a long way in the last decade or so, and it has sort of an eclectic, funky, hip vibe to it. You know, lots of the local hotspots are all up and down Florida Ave and Nebraska Ave, and you'll find local breweries, smart restaurants, and coffee shops. It has a fun, hipster, artsy vibe to it, and honestly, I love hopping around on date nights, checking out the small, like hole-in-the-wall pocket joints. Now, moving to the center of the city, West Tampa has a long, rich history of cigar factories and is home to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. You'll mostly find smaller 2 to 3 bedroom mid-century homes here, as they were originally built for the middle-class workers in Tampa. If smaller is okay for you, it's a great location to get around the city, but if you crave a little bit more yard space and a more suburban vibe, we have to go a little bit further north. So let's follow Dale Mabry Highway north, and we have the greater Carrollwood area, which has a great variety of homes built in the 60s and 70s with different architectural styles to choose from. This is considered one of the first real suburbs of Tampa. Now, going to the west, I have to mention West Chase, which was the king of the castle in the 90s and early 2000s, as it was one of the most manicured and well-finished areas in Tampa. Along with a variety of subdivisions, this area is well known for great schools, the village areas with shops and dining options for the residents, and a top-end golf course. Rounding off the city, some honorable mentions would have to include the Citrus Park area, the Northdale area just north of Carrollwood, and Temple Terrace and New Tampa, which is nearby the University of South Florida, Busch Gardens, and it has a great medical hub. All right, so if the hustle and bustle of the city is a bit much for you, or you're used to living just outside the city, or maybe you just prefer a brand new home, the suburbs are gonna be perfect for you. Our suburbs are located to the north and to the southeast of the city, and throughout the burbs, you will find similar home builders. That being said, it's most important to find an area that fits you best, then start to focus on your home. To the north, our four most popular suburbs are Odessa, Lutz, Land O'Lakes, and Wesley Chapel. You'll find that you have easy access to grocery stores and all the necessities nearby, but of the four, Wesley Chapel definitely has the highest concentration of shopping, entertainment, and things to do. East of the city, Riverview is the closest suburb to Tampa, and Brandon is the most built out. South from there, popular options would include Apollo Beach for great access to boating, Lithia for top-end schools, Waimama, Ruskin, and Palmetto, those are all on the rise, and Valrico if you really want an older, well-established area. As you move further east from these areas, you'll find more rural land and things are a little bit more spread out, but all throughout the areas mentioned, you'll find newer communities, and all of them really have a different vibe. Heading across the pond now to St. Pete, the most popular area is near the downtown areas. The downtown area has absolutely exploded over the last few years and honestly might have more to it than Tampa's downtown. The St. Pete Pier, the trolley, waterfront restaurants, and endless museums and parks draw people to visit the downtown area, but the historic areas nearby, like historic Old Northeast, Snell Isle, Shore Acres, Roser Park, and historic Kenwood are all amazing neighborhoods to consider. This area truly reminds me of the South Tampa areas like High Park, but it has a little bit of a different vibe to it. There's more going on and it has more of a tropical feeling being close to the water and really closer to the beaches. All along the St. Pete coast, you'll have great areas to live where you can have your own boat dock and access to open water. And beach living, that's a thing too. Yes, we share the beaches with tourists, but many call the beaches their home. If living on the beach is a dream for you, reach out to my team and we can go through each of the areas to show you your options. And it's not gonna be cheap, but it might be more affordable than one would think for a nice small beach place. Moving closer to Clearwater, Safety Harbor is a great slower place to live near the bay, and Palm Harbor is a fan favorite for living in a community setting near the coast. But I'm not gonna lie, Dunedin has my heart if you like a small town feel with a cute downtown area. Dunedin is coastal living at its finest with easy access to the beach, picturesque parks, and top-rated restaurants. The downtown area is a small hub for local art and culture filled with boutiques, galleries, and live music venues. You can see there's a lot to learn about living in Tampa, and there are a lot of great options and areas to explore. If you want to see more detailed videos about the different areas, make sure to head over to my channel because we have videos like this and this to help you out. And if you're planning to move to the Tampa Bay area, see that number on the screen? Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email because my team and I would love to help you and your family find your next home. And until that next video, I'll catch you later.